777. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the channel, to all of the Saggies. If you would like a personal reading, a two-card reading, um, submit a $9.99 donation to my PayPal or Cash App while I'm on this live. It's a two-card reading. You want to send your information to Cash App or PayPal. The number 7, Truth Goddess 77. PayPal is Truth Goddess 777. So for a two-card live reading, send the information your to my PayPal or Cash App. The information is also in the description box. If you would like to um, receive some I don't know why I'm stuttering today, organic or natural products, you want to visit shoptkdeals.com/Truth Goddess Tarot 10. There you'll get a 10% discount on your purchases. If you're in the United States, you'll also get your shipping for the items at no charge. So check out all this information that I'm talking about is in the description box, guys. Also, go join me on TikTok. I'm just now submitting information over to TikToks, guys. I've always had the account, I just didn't utilize it. So I'm going to be adding more of this information over on TikTok. So I would appreciate if you guys would become subscribers, share the messages so that this information can get out to the masses. All right. So thank you again. And again, I am now becoming more active on TikTok. So submit your information. Well, I guess you could. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just new to TikTok. I've always had the account, but I never used it. Also, guys, become a subscriber on Instagram. I'm a little more active on Instagram. I hadn't been this whole year. I've had the account for quite a while, just not doing too much with it. But, it's time to utilize the stuff that I'm sitting here paying for. So I appreciate that, guys. If you would become a subscriber on all of the channels, and also do me a favor and send the information out. Share it with some of your friends. All right. And let them know that who I am, Truth Goddess Tarot. I'm the realist. All right. So let's see. Give me some energy, Spirit. What is it that Sagittarius needs to know? And if my moderators are in the chat, can you can you put on there, or I'll do it. If no one's there, I'll just put the links in the chat so you guys will know um, about the information. So let me just see. So I'm going to pull, what card should I use? Oh, that card jumped out. Oh, happy Friday. Happy Venus Day to everybody. Um, this is about someone else. Someone else. Someone else is in the middle. So there was a third party somehow in the middle of a connection, or there will be someone else. Let's see. That card jumped out. It wanted to come out, guys. This came out yesterday. So we're going to shuffle these cards pretty good. Very good, matter of fact. So I hope everybody is enjoying this lovely Venus day. Be grateful because every day is a blessing, right? So that means you still have work to do. You're still in the body, you know. So be grateful. Time waits for no one. All right. So there's someone else. What else do they need to know? So there's someone else. So if you're in a connection with somebody, they're cheating on you. That's what Spirit needs you to know. Someone else is with a third party. And that someone else is someone that would like to talk to you. This could be the third party or the other person. Okay. Wow. Someone else that was communicating with a third party person took a gamble on that connection, and they were on a vacation. Hmm, that's interesting. So, just to let you know, the person that you are or were in a connection with someone, Mercury retrograde, and it's in Mercury. So, this is about someone repeating a cycle again. Hmm. So, this person has done this before. So, they went back to somebody and gambled the connection between you and that person. See, when you're in a connection with this person, this is a person that, like, they're now in the Nine of Swords, having sleepless nights about the person that they return back to. Mercury retrograde. Let me see. Can I look? Somebody said, can I look? I don't know what they're talking about. Okay, let me turn it up. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Let me see. Okay. Let's take a look at the chat. Somebody says something. Can I look? Can I something? So anyway, somebody, it looks like they did the same thing. They went back to a connection that they were already in, or at least they. So it's not like whoever they were in a connection with, this is a person that repeated a cycle and they did it again. So can I ask question? Yeah, for a $9.99 donation. Yeah, you want to send it to the Cash App or to the PayPal, whichever you prefer. Let me see here. So let me put everything in here for, yeah, so for a 2 card live reading, sure. I think that's what you're asking me. Yeah, I'm going to pin it. So 2 card live reading. Okay. So yeah, so it looks like um somebody circled the block. They did. They circled the block with someone. And normally when people do things like that, it's not like they didn't know who this person was. Right? People do things hoping for a different result, right? They do. This person did. They thought that if they were to give it another try, that something would be different. Now, this is also speaking about you. So let's just say, Sag, you know how you guys can be. You may think that going back to someone is going to change who they are. It's not. I'll tell you, I'm a realist. I believe that people are who they are when they show you the first time. That's who they are. Because guess what? They don't know how to be anything else but who they are. So when people tend to, um, they say, "Oh, I'll give that person another opportunity." Oh, I'm on the laptop just in case you guys are hearing the fluctuation in my voice. Oh, I'll give them a second chance. Oh, I don't know. Everybody deserves a second opportunity. I mean, you can do what you want, but just realize, Shamika Jackson, greetings. Just realize that when you circle the block, you speak the truth. Be careful, people starting arguments with chosen ones for no reason. Okay, you're right. Um, so when you circle the block with people and you expect a different result, then you just fooled yourself, right? Because people can only show you who they are. Like, I'm gonna say something, guys. It's up to you. But I obviously, as a chosen seed, have a kind heart. understanding, wisdom, all of that good stuff, right? But that doesn't change the fact that Spirit gave me discernment, intuition, all of that to use. So you go out and you tell yourself that you're going to be this person that's going to give somebody another opportunity. Well, go ahead, right? You can go ahead, check out the information in the chat, guys. That's the Cash App and the PayPal for the donation of $9.99 for a 2-card reading, right? While I'm live. And if you miss me, just submit an email. I just told Tamika. Oh, okay, that's so sweet of you. You sent a donation. I appreciate you, Tamika. You're so sweet. Because I'm like, I just put that up there. Did she? Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I'm just like you guys, right? I'm very high vibrational, very high. So I don't I don't believe in setting myself up for failure, right? I don't do that. I set myself up to win, right? And this is what I want you guys to understand. You want to set yourself up to win. You don't set yourself up for failure, like if you can help it. So by me saying that, that means that when people show you who they are, don't come with this, oh, I'm just being nice, or they may have changed, or, I don't know. I did things in my life, and, people gave me an opportunity to, have another opportunity. So who am I not to give this person another chance? Now you're fooling yourself, right? Because that's what you're doing. People are who they are. Again, Spirit gives us intuition and guidance to use the mind, that your gut, your sacral chakra, right? It's to be used for a reason. Don't allow people to gaslight you or to be just because. Don't let people guilt you into being or doing something that's going against the grain of your intuition. Because I feel like this person did just that. And you guys, some of you guys may have done the same thing, and that's okay. It's no foul, it's no harm. It can be harm depending on who you're dealing with. This is why people tend to have, it's almost like self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Especially if it's somebody that has shown you who they are, but now they want to circle the block because of your change. That's the only reason why this person wants to circle the block. See, this person took a gamble. They took a chance that, well, if I go ahead and I mess with this third party person, I give everything I have to this person. Matter of fact, we'll go on a vacation. I'm going to spend my money. I'm going to invest my time, my energy, everything into this person. This is what this person did. Now, whether you guys have been on a vacation with this person or not, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Some of you may have gone on vacation, but when they were in a connection with you, they were always thinking in the minds of someone else. So this person, now we're at the end of a cycle, the year number 9, where karma. Check out the 2 readings that I did yesterday. It's about karma. It's about retribution, right? It's about someone finding out that they're gambling on a past connection because they were with it said Mercury retrograde. They already was with this person once before. And again, I can't make it up. Lovers, see? Lovers. They were in justice, see? The scales were being balanced. I can't make it up. I just happened to look down and there it was. So this is about a lover who's receiving judgment. But justice is happening for this person. And the reason why justice is happening is because justice talks about the cause and the effect of the actions that we take. We all have free will. The cause of this person going back with the bottom of the deck of the card saying Mercury retrograde is up with the King of Swords and it's in reverse. This is a manipulator, somebody who misuses their power, irrational, immature, inhumane, controlling, ruthless, and dishonest. This person with the King of Swords in reverse, this is who they are. Okay? They're very dishonest. And they went back to someone with the Mercury retrograde at the bottom of the deck who they knew was a lover who already did something that caused them some sort of pain, misery, whatever it was. The person that they went to misused them. Okay? So, this type of going back to people, I don't advocate it. I'm not like any other reader. Other readers are different. Some readers actually agree with me. Some of them don't believe in going back to people. Some of them do, some of them don't. I don't. I'm one of those that don't believe in returning back to people. Now, you have a right to do what you want. I am a messenger, a god, goddess, high priestess, a teacher, all of that. But I have discernment. And I know that people, very, very few people literally make the change. And this person, when they were with you, they were always thinking about someone else. They were. Don't allow your ego to get in the way to hearing the truth. Don't allow your emotions to get hurt by what I'm saying. Take the advice, take it in, and don't feel that what you're hearing is not true, because it is. Because they were with someone else when they were with you. And even if they physically weren't with that person, they were emotionally connecting to that person. They already had plans on what they were going to do with this other person. Whoever this person that they went back to was someone that their heart wasn't into being with you, not 100%. How can it be? Remember, I told y'all the messages, that's why you need to watch all my messages every day. When a person is not 100% all in, they're not in. This person wasn't in. They were just there. That's all. They were just there. So when people circle the block, ex-lovers, because this is a lover, it said lover. This is someone who realized that them giving everything they had, returning back to someone, failed. Spirit is here to tell you that you should learn from that person's, I would say, childish ways. Childish. It's different when you're like a teenager, and most of these people that I'm talking about are at least 25 and over. A lot of times people go back to people because they haven't healed. When you go back to a connection with someone, that's saying there's a part of you that still feels like there's something that's unresolved, there's something that needs to be finished. It was finished when it was over. It's done. It's dead. There's no going back. It's a wrap. It is what it is. Let's just say that. That's why I personally, Truth Goddess Tarot 777, do not believe in returning back. Believe me, all of the people that I've ever had connections with personally, at this point, they know I would never take them back. Ever. Ever. For what? See, you guys got to look at relationships from the perspective of, I want you guys to look at it in the sphere, like a circle, and just go around and ask yourself, what is missing? What is it that you need to know more about this person that you don't already know? Because when you think about relationships, connections, and bonds, we get into these connections with people for a lot of different reasons. People get into relationships for money, for sex, for power, for status, for just the simple fact of having another person in their sphere, right? So you have to be very clear on why you would entertain returning back with the Mercury. Actually, I believe Mercury is retrograde. Why you would entertain going back to a connection of someone who is who they are. And again, for people to change, there's a process for that. It's a time period for people to change. It takes time to, authentically change. However long this person was away from you, you'll be able to tell how much they really changed. And I'm banking on, I doubt it. I doubt it. That's at the bottom of the deck. So I'm batting 10 for 10 here. I doubt it. I doubt that they have learned their lesson and they have gratitude for the connection you had with them. No, they're only feeling that way because something about them is ill, sick. Their health is deteriorating. This is again, judgment is called. You can call judgment. When you turn your back on connections that no longer work for you, it's you calling judgment. That's what it is. It's you calling judgment. Because when you're disciplined, you understand when judgment is called, that's a final answer. Period. Point blank. There's nothing else that can be said, done, or replayed. Because now you're in a chapter where you're focused on your abundant life, which is everything that makes you, Sagittarius, feel good about yourself. That's where you're at. This person regrets choosing someone else. The death card. But the thing is, the death card is a death of a cycle. We're in the number 9. The year of the 9 where the cycle is complete, right? It starts all back over. Year number 1 starts in 2026. That's what the death card represents, the number 9. Because the cycle goes back. It's like the snake biting its tail. You guys ever heard of that? That's what they're talking about. 1 and 0. And it's amazing because that's my code. Truth Goddess Tarot 10. The snake biting its tail. Right? So it's a cycle. And it's a new beginning. So this death card represents Mercury retrograde in a sense where a returning of a someone, a person, a place, a thing, a new, it's basically Mercury is ruled by Gemini, which is your polar opposite sign, which rules your mind, the way you think, the way you communicate, how you talk, how you interact with people. Lovers, Gemini is ruled by lovers, your friends, even family members, which can be your cousins. So it's about how you think about the people that cycles had ended. And now with Mercury retrograde, it's a signal and a sign to your higher self to let you know these people want to come back and replay the same game again. Because as I stated, I don't believe that people change quick. I just don't. Because for yourself, Saggies, the things that you've gone through over the last 2 years since I started this channel. Really. People, it takes time. You guys have gone, and I just did a couple of readings this week that verifies that a lot of Saggies have grown and elevated and healed themselves. Matter of fact, the last 2 readings, after this reading, go watch the last 2 that I did. One is pre-recorded, one was live. A lot of you guys have changed. This person is going through a karmic cycle. See, they went through a cycle before and they're going through it again because they never learned their lesson. This is a person that's very hard-headed. They're a Mr. or Mrs. Know-it-all. You can't tell them shit. You can't tell this person nothing. You may have told this person some things about your experiences in life and your belief system, right? And they still was in your face parading around like everything was good and gravy. And the whole time they were lying. They were cheating. They were being deceitful. They were being a trickster. This is a person that looks in your face, right in the face. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This person was in your face lying the entire time. They were with someone else while they were looking in your face. And they were talking to that third party person when they took a gamble and they said, I'm going to end the cycle with Sag, the death card. That's fine though, because we're in the year number 9. So they kind of did you a favor. See, but the thing is they regret it. They regret it. Spirit is saying they don't want you to regret making decisions based on being irrational, because a cycle of someone coming back to your life means that you should stop focusing on your work and building and growing and elevating and mastering something. While this person was lying and cheating and being deceitful in someone else's face, you were building and growing and, stacking your money. That's the difference in the energy and how people look at things. You guys were so successful, you were able to conquer and overcome this person. You were definitely determined to win no matter what. Your money was coming first. Your gifts, your skills, your talents were coming before this lying, cheating, stealing, deceitful, underhanded, manipulative person. Remember, they're in the King of Swords in reverse. This person is someone that, as I stated, they're inhumane, so they don't give two fucks about anybody. They're self centered and they only care about themselves. So, this person took a gamble. The verification of them is because they're the King of Swords in reverse. They're inhumane. So they don't think about others. They don't care about what would happen to another person if they chose to be in your face as a liar, a cheater, a thief, somebody underhanded, somebody that was cutting away from the connection with you to be with someone else. This is a person that was really acting very strategically about what they were doing. So while they were with you, they were setting up and planning a vacation with someone else. So I have given you guys a lot of information regarding this person. This is why the Tower moment is here. Because now that they've taken a gamble, they lost everything. They lost you for sure. A lot of you guys are like, you lost this lover. This lover lost you. They took a gamble and went ahead. And I think they were trying to see that who had the most money, power, success, and status. That's what they were banking on. See? And that's when they slid on out the door with the Six of Wands. The Six of Swords. That's when no, I was right. The Six of Wands. When they decided to slide on and go on about their business, they did it because I feel like they were comparing lovers. They were multiple lovers. Because this person, a lot of you guys, at this point, you should already know that this is a person who goes both ways. They can't make up their mind. They like the wands. Here we go. They love wands. They do. This is a man or a woman who likes both sexes. So you have to ask yourself, are you going to bank on your family, your life, your love, your happiness? Or are you going to be indecisive about being with someone who did all this dirt? Because they only regret it because the cycle ended. So they want to restart with the Knight of Cups saying, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Oh my goodness. They regret it because it ended. Their situation ended when they gambled with somebody else. That's the only reason why they're coming back. It's not because they're in love or they miss you. They miss the fact that you have not recycled this relationship again with them. This is why judgment is being called. You call judgment. They're looking for apathy. So when they're in your face, they're really crying about someone else. I need y'all to understand that. They're not crying about you in particular. They're crying about the fact that someone else hurt them. That's why they regret it. So let's just say, see, Ace of Wands, this is a high sexual pervert. Listen, this is what they went after. Listen, if this person and see things broke up in their home, things aren't stable, there's no harmony, there's a lot of fighting and arguing, discord, distrust, there's a lot of conflict, there's a lack of support, no harmony. They don't even talk to each other in the home. So they have all this shit going on. That's what Spirit needs you to know. There's going to be some good news that's coming in with the Eight of Wands. Oh, there's another Knight of Swords that's coming in. This time it'll be a blessing for you. See, this is why Spirit wants you to learn from this connection, not determine that this is somebody that's your person. Spirit wants you to learn to Focus and stay focused on your long-term goals, which is the 10 of Pentacles. Building with someone that's about making money, someone that'll bring you joy, someone that has control over their own temperament. They understand that when things aren't making them happy, they just leave it alone. That person was in the illusion of thinking through Mercury retrograde that, okay, this time with the Seven of Cups, oh, it'll work the seventh time. Yeah, that's the truth. Spirit is saying you're on point, truth goddess. I'm telling y'all, this person really did a lot of back and forth, indecisive with this person or two or whoever, however many people they went on a vacation with. Their lifestyle is something that was hidden from you guys. There were somewhat signs for some of you, not all of you. But the bottom line is this is a person who's only in regret because they're brokenhearted. They regret listening to the person who they already know who the hell these people are. I have to say lovers because they get down with men and women. Actually, they prefer men. If it's a man, if you're a heterosexual Sag female, that person really prefers men. But see, now we're in the matriarch system. Okay, it's about women. All this beating the chest about men, 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 that shit is dead. Okay, dead in the water. Okay, it's gone. That's why we're in a cycle 9, starting all over in 2026. The respect when it comes to women has to happen, and it will happen, regardless of anybody wants to accept it or not. It's not going to change the outcome of the universe, the sun card I just showed y'all. So this person is regretting the things that they've done throughout their life. So now they're looking at how can they bring some sort of, I guess, continuity back into a connection with you. Remember, this is somebody who backtracks a lot. They go back and forth. They're always indecisive. They're always putting their foot over here, but they're really digging their ass over there. This is how dirty and rotten this person is. This is not someone you should waste your time with. I'm just going to put it straight on out there. Look at those 4 cards. I haven't pulled, well, I did show y'all the tarot, but as far as like shuffling and pulling them, this is the energy the spirit is showing me that this is all that's needed out here, these 6 cards right here. This person is someone who really betrayed you the utmost. When they went on some sort of vacation. Now, for some of you guys could have been on a vacation with this person, but it's vacation. This is like somebody, y'all know what that means. This is a person who was booed up with someone, right? And while they were talking to this person about, having a vacation with that person, they felt like this would be worth the gamble. Okay, remember the 7 of Cups came out. So they're always kind of in this illusion, always believing that this time around that things are going to be different. That's because they wanted to really be with that person. See, everybody, there's always some karmic relationship that we all have experience with. That person that went to the connection with when they were with you, that person was their karmic relationship that they refused to see, that these karmic relationships were just that, karmic relationships. You were supposed to learn something, get something from it, and move on. When Mercury comes back around, that gives people a certain kind of thought process to want to talk to people from a past connection, from past relationships. From it just puts you in the mind where all of a sudden someone comes up in your mind and you start thinking about them. You might even start talking about them, right? It's something where the energy, we're all sharing the same energy. So it's a situation where you can react to it, or you can just let it, just the energy move the way it does. It doesn't mean you have to, because you are in control of the actions that you take. The energy is out here. We all live in the same energy, but it's about what you're going to do behind the energy that's out here, because you have the power. The energy is just out here. It's how you maneuver in the energy. right? That's what energy is. It is out here. You can't change it, right? But you have the power to make a decision whether or not you want to embark on this Mercury retrograde. Other words, if you're going to entertain someone, I don't know, maybe you Saggies might gaslight this person if they call you. If they come by and want to talk to you and sell you a story about maybe we could go on vacation this coming up spring. This person may want to come and tell you that. But you know, a leopard never changes its spots. So therefore, this is a person that will, you know, maybe the tables are going to turn where you're going to play the mind fuck with them. But you got to be careful with that. That's why I don't believe in returning back, because what you put out is what you get. So if you play a mind fuck game with this person, just be waiting for your time to come back around and then you get mind fucked again. So is it worth it? Ultimately, the reading is about, is it worth returning back to people from your past? People that you've already experienced time and energy, money. I mean, you've done things with this person, just like we do with all type of people in our lives. In this case, this is about lovers, because it could be anyone, right? Because the lover card also represents family members, right? You could have family members that some of you guys have gone on a vacation with your family, family gatherings, family functions, where there was always a person that was being a snake in your family. Behind your back, they were talking about you to someone else. They took a gamble figuring, well, it would never get back to you, but it did. So there's multiple ways how this energy can fluctuate and how it can be a part of your life. You just take the energy and put it where it fits you the best. But for this lover, this was somebody that had communal DMP, who's a snake. So they went back to somebody who gave all their goodies to a lot of people. So you are a reflection of the people that you're around. So you guys got to know, that's why when you transform yourself and you change your life, you got to be very mindful of who you decide to let back in your energy. Because energy is this, it doesn't have a face, it doesn't have any kind of description of how it is what it is. That's what energy is. It is just that energy. So you got to be very cautious on the people you entertain and allow to come back. If you value your time, if you value the time that you have put in to working and healing from past connections, relationships, partnerships, business partnerships, friendships with male, both men and women. It's not exclusive to men. It's relationships with both men and women, the people in your life that were very dark and they were doing a lot of sinister stuff behind your back. So that's the reading says. I'm going to pull um, some of you guys. It could have been your brother. Remember I said siblings. You know, it could be a number of people who really just are thinking about you because of the energy that we're in. See, I play games with hearts and minds. Ha ha. See, this is what I'm saying. It's all one big mind fuck to a lot of people. So just be mindful, Sag, to protect your heart, to protect your space, to trust the universe. You have the power to manipulate as a magician to make this energy work in your favor. That is what it's all about. It's energy. How are you going to manipulate the energy to best fit you? All right. That's the reading says. Entrepreneur. Some of you guys are business bosses. Cut right to the deck. Some of you guys are entrepreneurs. Some of you guys were betrayed by some of your partners. I said business partners. If you are thinking about returning back to a business partner, they're going to do the exact same thing. They're going to betray you again. So, like I said, people don't change excess. This is Jupiter, excess, right? Some people are so greedy Because I have no standards or morals or concerns ever. This is what I'm telling y'all. It's confirmation after confirmation. And again, this happened in a past life. And it's coming back. Mercury retrograde is the return of the past. And now we're here in the future. So this lifetime, Mercury retrograde is coming back. And now it's here again. What are you going to do? I resent him or her. This is how they feel. So it hasn't changed. Like I said, people don't change. Rarely do they change unless they really want to. Because they're always stalking and spying. It's an ex-lover for a lot of you guys. I get downloads. I told y'all. Y'all see that? What do? They get down with transgender men. So that's the reading says. I told y'all this person has not changed. So just be careful. Realize that you've gone so far. You've made so much progress. And now that Mercury retrograde is here, don't allow yourself to get sucked back into connections with people. Confirmation that you want to believe that people have changed their ways just because you haven't spoken to them. Maybe you haven't seen them. Maybe your little inner voice is telling you, oh, well, time has gone by. Maybe they have learned their lesson. Maybe they have changed. I know I changed, so maybe they've changed. Spirit is saying that's bad idea. Bad idea. What else? What else? 41 minutes here. Oops. Thank you for the donation. And again, here it is. They pretend to be a good I can't make it up, y'all. They pretend to be a good person and a protector, but they are only protecting their own. I told y'all. That's the reading, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Hit the like button, share these messages. Check me out on TikTok, become a follower, and then become a follower on Instagram. I'm trying to get those numbers up there because I haven't utilized none of those platforms, which I always had them, paying for them. So now I need to utilize them. All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Hit the like button. Share, share, share. I can't say it enough.